Hey yo, what's good, family? It's your boy Royalty Trades tapping in with yet another pre-market analysis this morning. Um, Today is gonna be an interesting day, very interesting. Midday we do have FOMC, where we will have Jerome Powell, and he'll be talking about the outlook of the economy. Um, He'll also be talking about rate cuts. So we could see some volatility from coming from that. And then on top of that, after the market closes, we're gonna have some notable earnings from a few of the Mag 7 stocks. Um, I think we talked about it in yesterday's video. It was Tesla. Apple is Thursday. Um, Microsoft, and I think Meta. Yeah, Amazon comes later. Yeah. So yeah, we do have some notable earnings of some powerhouses. It's gonna be interesting to see how they play out. Um, but let's go ahead and jump into the charts real quick. As usual, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Show your boy some love. Like the page, like the videos. I'm doing this so we all can make money. And so if you're new in the stock market, I can help show you my style of trading. And then in return, give you some guidance into how to trade these levels. So, uh, appreciate all the support, but we're gonna figure out how to make this money today. So I do have the spy charts pulled up, and they bought the dip at 594. You can see that we had a partial fill on this gap. It bounced off support, and then we traded into supply levels, and we're almost there. And the top of supply be around 607.33. So what am I watching for? If we continue to fill up this level, because right now it's kind of in a tug of war between the bulls and the bears. You see the green and the red crossing up. We're kind of in the chokehold right now, but it looks like we can continue to push up. Hopefully, we just don't consolidate within this range right here, and wait on news to drop. Hopefully, we go ahead and finish this move to the upside, so that way we can have some confirmation on one of these being closed, whether it's the partial fill that was down here or the fill up on resistance up here. Hopefully, we come up here and we retest. I would love to see the retest up here at 609 to 610. That'll be my actual price target, and from there, let's see, the flirt with all-time highs again. But I would look for either a move up and then back down, just because right now we're not seeing any gaps. We're not seeing the market gap up anywhere above the supply level here. So if we do see the move up, I would like to see this get tested and then come back down to find more liquidity, just because I don't think it's going to be actually strong enough. It struggled enough trying to trade up here. Opening today, we could see the move continue to carry, and then the price action should start to exhaust somewhere around here, unless we just get some crazy news. So if we move back to the downside, let's see, I'm still gonna have support set up around 596. Break below that, and then we could see the rest of this gap get filled once we take out these lows. The gap finished getting filled, but if something drastic happens, next level of support would be here, and that's at 589. 589 to 588. So those are my two levels to the downside, my two levels to the upside. Like I said, 609 would be my resistance level, and If we just held this, then my long target, going forward would be 650 if we just able to hold this all-time highs. But as far as if we're able to hold here, I think that we probably could see like 615, 614. And I said that because when you go on a 30-minute chart, you have a slight trend here. You have a slight trend there. And this is me using a rotated rectangle tool. And you see that almost this trend up right here almost lines up with what I was telling you guys. Watch the breakout, watch the retest, and then watch the move back to the downside. But then you also got this trend carrying right here too. So we have two trends that we could see play out to the upside. This is more so around 613, 614. So that's what we'll watch for the SPY going forward. If we do see that move to the upside, we'll be watching these two levels of resistance. If we break to the downside, we'll be watching these two levels of support, 596 and 589. All right, moving on to the Qs. We saw an awesome move on the Qs too. It came down and it bounced around here, this 511. So what we're going to be looking at going forward for today, I'm hoping that we see more movement to the upside, which we are. It closed at 521. Right now it's opening somewhere around 523.84. And top of its gap fill will be 529.14. So I did have that trend right here already drawn out for QQQ. Just looking at the bigger picture. Yeah, just looking at the bigger picture. I have my trend drawn out here for QQQ. And let's see it carries. I want to see it carry. Go all the way up, fill this gap to 529. We could see some rejection around here. If we break out, then be on the lookout for some more resistance up here around this 536, 537 level. And I believe somewhere up there would be 539. This would be our level for all-time highs. So 539 will be our level for that. We'll have to see a breakout though. Breakout of this trend here before we look at that. So for right now, we're just gonna take this 529 level, and that's gonna be the level of resistance that we're gonna look for. Resistance and rejection anywhere in here, between here and here, for the move back down. So looking at our movements yesterday, it did carry on this trend right here, and it's continuing to push to the upside. We're gonna keep this support level right here locked in. If we decide to come back down, with the price action going up and possibly exhausting, we come back down, we're gonna see more support here at the 519 to 520 level. And if we break this, then we're coming down. Let's check it. 512, and below that would be 507. Remember down here 500, I said that would be a break of structure, so that'll set up for a move back down to more downside. But I think we'll hold up. I think that this should be the level that it holds, and then we can retest these two levels of support, even with the some earnings, some misses on these technology stocks. We still should be able to hold within this trend that we have on a bigger scale. We just gonna have to buy the dips, once we get to a certain level, and fill some of these gaps in, like this one down here. Fill some of these gaps in, like this one is at 505. Even if we miss, we should see some of these dips get bought up, and it'll just be good holds for long-term portfolios. So here's here's the cues, and those are just gonna be the levels that I'm gonna want to pay attention to today as we get some of this data and these earnings popped up. So going on to Nvidia, we've seen a nice move going into close. We had a few structures being broken once it gapped down. I took those off just so I can get a cleaner picture of the next upside target. So we saw the dip and it held around this 116. I think we seen another retest and then the dip got bought back up. We traded into the next support level here in 123. And once it started holding well around here, it just kind of skyrocketed up and it traded to the top of supply here, 128.50. And that's pretty much where it closed at. So going forward, even though we have those old supply levels, old trend levels that were broken, we can still come up to retest these levels at 140. So that'll be what I'll be watching for going into the remainder of the week if we continue to trade to the upside, if SMH finds strength also, and the top of the resistance is right around the top of this trend here too. So we'll be looking for this gap to get filled to the upside with string up to 142.36, which also lines up with my trend right here. But if we happen to break back down, anytime you trade to supply, it can always be a gamble just because the rug can be pulled at any time if there's not enough buyers stepped in to continue to fill the move to the upside. We'll continue looking for support here at this 124 level. Now, if this breaks and we have to, like I said, come back down to find more buyers, or the market just not showing enough strength because, Jerome Powell says something, or the Q's just come down. Here we are, 105, 106. That's going to be the next level of support. And I think anything below 116 should be bought. I think it should be bought. We had a gap somewhere down here that was recently filled on Nvidia. Yeah, right there. That was filled up. It filled, the dip was bought, and here we are still at the 128 level. So we're just gonna keep watching that. We do have kind of a trend here for Nvidia. So yeah, we'll lock in with that. Zoom back in just to see for more detail. We trade above 141. This could be another level of resistance here around this 146, 147, and that's where we were struggling to maintain levels at one point in time. So let's just keep a watch for that and see how Nvidia holds up along with the rest of the semiconductor world. So Tesla has earnings. It's been real choppy. I'm not going to do much on Tesla. The levels are still the same. We just have to keep an eye on that. And I'll go and I'll look at, let's do MSTR just to see where it's at. So MSTR did almost attempt to retouch trend. It ended up bouncing, and now we're back in a consolidated movement. So 30-minute chart, we do have a few trends. It's just so volatile, but we have a trend right there that's kind of forming another triangle pattern from here to here. Let's see if I can map it out and make it make sense. So We do kind of have a triangle pattern going here, and everything's kind of still the same. I do see Bitcoin consolidating with the price action. As you can see, the price action is starting to get tighter, kind of like it did here, but I still have support and resistance at the same point. From 361 to 356, I'm looking at some type of resistance and support being set up here if we want to continue to make that move to the upside. And then on the downside, I still have support lined up here between 327 and 321. So just keep in mind, there's a small little gap here, but we're going to wait until this structure here is broken. So we're just going to watch for support at this 325 level, 324, and then we're going to watch for resistance up here at 357. Long-term trend will be back up here around this 400 mark. And as you can see, it'll retest, try to break these highs over here. So just keep mindful. The price action is kind of shrinking. Could have something to do with FOMC today. It could have something else to do with you know, awaiting more news, crypto news from Donald Trump. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. But definitely just understand that the price action for MSTR is starting to tighten, is starting to dry out. So just be careful if you're holding too far out the money. Calls or puts could get burned on them if you're waiting for the move, the big move. If you're playing options, just get in and out. If you like the stock, definitely buy shares. So those are going to be my watch list stocks for the day. We looked at SPY, we looked at Qs, NVIDIA, and MSTR. If you're holding anything in the earnings after hours today, hey, good luck on you. Just know that if you're new to the market, trading earnings is always a gamble. So definitely make sure you know what you're doing before you get into it. The trick to earnings, in my opinion, make sure you get some time out on it, and make sure you get something that could possibly go in the money, because you're already gonna face the IV crush, the jacked up premiums. So it's either get in before earnings hit, or make sure that you can go in the money with the strike price that you're grabbing. So that's all I got for you. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything typed out and charted for you guys to drop in the Discord. I hope everybody has a solid trading day today. If you're not sure where to go, remember cash is always a position, and you can always buy on dip days. So good luck on your trading today, family, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm out.